Okay, you guys, thank you for getting on the call with us. This is call 2 of our skills series. I'm really excited about this series because I feel like anybody at any level in their business can benefit from hearing the skills part of it over and over again. And what I've realized in my 9 years of being in Arbonne is that the basics are the same, but there's things that we do a little bit differently now than we've done over the last 9 years. So I am excited to talk to you guys about sponsoring. So sponsoring is one of those things where people get really nervous about talking about the business. Okay. And who are you going to be talking to when you're sponsoring or focusing on sponsoring? And so people in your warm market, obviously, but really it's anybody that you would love to have in your business, okay? So maybe it's somebody that you just met at a party and she's wonderful and you would love to have her in your business. Maybe it's somebody that's been a long friend, time friend, family member, just different people that you would love to have in your business. And it could also be people that have a need for a business like this, okay? Hi, Becky. So you guys, if sponsoring is not a focus of your business, then you have a vision problem. Okay. So basically the problem is your vision is too small to include anybody but yourself. Okay. And I want you to think about, Becky Humphrey's vision. Okay. If her vision was so small, that it didn't include me, what would that mean for me? If her vision only included her doing her, income producing activities and all of that, but she never talked about sponsoring. So her vision didn't include anybody but herself, then none of us would be here today. Okay. So when you are working on your vision, it's something that you can't just, I know we have these vision boards and we throw up these vision boards, but like so many other things in life, it's something that we have to look at and we have to constantly tweak our thoughts. Like, oh, wait, I need to include more people in my vision. I need to include more people in my vision. This isn't just about me, okay? So can you guys imagine if I had no vision to include Kendall in my business? If I was too scared to talk to anybody about my business and I didn't include Kendall in my business, think about that, okay? What if my vision was so small it didn't include you, okay? And that makes me sad because I want all of you to be a part of my vision. And so think about that. And as you start to expand your vision, you need to think about people you don't even know yet and how this business is going to impact them, okay? So sponsoring is about increasing your vision, okay? So sponsoring is when you believe this business can affect more than just you. I think that's a really good definition. Excuses will flood us when our vision and our belief are too small or they haven't grown. Okay, so I'm going to kind of go through the steps of sponsoring, and we're going to kind of put this in the category of, I call it a coffee appointment because to me that sounds a lot more fun than sponsoring. But you guys got the income producing activity page last week, and number 4 is sponsoring. So one of the things on the sheet, it said on here, find a few things that you would like to do and do those things consistently. But I have to tell you that sponsoring needs to be one of those things that you are doing consistently. And until you start getting out of your comfort zone and talking to people, it might be a little bit difficult, but once you start getting out of your comfort zone and start talking to people and you start remembering where you were before Arbonne, you guys, I think about where I was before Arbonne and how hopeless I was. I was so sad leaving my babies at daycare and not spending time with them. And they were sad too, okay? And I didn't have any other options. Like, what was I going to do to earn an income and pay for the things that we had committed to, like, a house, those kinds of things. So I was hopeless. So I have to remember that we are hope dealers. And so I want you guys to expand your vision. Remember that we have the most amazing thing to offer people. And if anything, once you're done with this, you are going to have complimented somebody and you're going to have given them a little information about Arbonne. Okay. And the worst that they can do is say, you know what, I don't think this is for me. And that is totally okay, you guys. It's okay. And what I have found that a lot of times, as you've been in this business as long as I have, what you find is they say it's not for me, and you know, that's okay. But what you realize is just it's not for them right now. It just isn't the right time for them right now. Okay. So I'm going to be referring to a little bit of this, but I did make some specific notes just for talking about this sponsoring. Okay. So the first thing you have to do is your ask. Okay. So this is usually what gets everybody stumped is the ask. But I want you guys to just remember this is not hard. It's not going to, put you out. It's just a simple phone call, and it's a genuine phone call, and it's from your heart. Okay. Sometimes this is going to be via a text. Sometimes it's going to be via a Facebook message. I think the phone call is always the best, but sometimes circumstances are what they are. Okay. But so this is an opportunity for you to honestly tell someone how much you think of them. Okay. So this is actually verbiage that's straight from the income producing activity sheet that you got last week. But so let's say I'm calling Sue. So Sue, I've recently started my own business and I'm so thrilled about the life of freedom and flexibility that it's going to provide me. I cannot help but see how amazing you would be at this. You have given me every reason to say something to you about it. You are such a kind, thoughtful, and giving person. Would you be open to grabbing a quick cup of coffee tomorrow to chat more about it? If it's not a fit for you, that's totally okay. And you guys throwing that in there about it not being a fit for them and that it's okay, it just releases any pressure, that it's not like do or die for you, okay, for them to join your business. So, you want to make that genuine. You want to make it, obviously you want to practice it. If you have the flu, maybe you want to text it. Excuse me. Text it. But if they say yes, then you're going to say, great, listen, I just have a quick 6-minute video. It just talks about Arbonne, and I have 4 questions that it would just be great if you could answer. And then if we could get together on Tuesday, would that work for you? And we can just talk for about 20 minutes. Guys, I've done this coffee appointment or opportunity appointment, and it has taken me, it's 20 minutes, okay? So you can tell them, and we could spend about 20 minutes having coffee and talking more about Arbonne, and set your date. You guys get your date on your calendar. Give them a couple days to watch the video and answer the questions. If they're local, you can get together with them, and that's the best thing to do. If they are not local, then you're going to have to do a phone call. So let's see, oh my gosh, it must have been a week ago now. Well, a week and a half ago. But I was driving to a facial party, and I had a coffee appointment with a gal, and I just drove, as I drove out there, I did my coffee appointment with her. So it was a 20-minute phone call that I did. So it's not always going to be in a coffee house. So do what you can. Maybe it's a Zoom appointment. Maybe it's a phone call, but just make sure you get that time to follow up. So for your coffee appointment, one of the most important things to do, you guys, is to text them a reminder. Okay. And, something, and you're going to have to schedule this, in your calendar or something to remind you to remind them kind of thing. But, you want to just say, hey, I hope you've had a chance to watch that video. Here's those 4 questions again. If you wouldn't mind, you can just send me a quick text back with those answers. And then I look forward to seeing you tomorrow at blah, 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 whatever time it is. So just a reminder, that's really, really important. And honestly, the reminders are important for pretty much everything, whether you're doing, whatever kind of appointment you have, sending reminders is important, okay? Okay, let's see. So you guys, the key at your coffee appointment is to be prepared, okay? So how are you prepared? Well, Deanna has put we have 2 opportunity outlines, and I will put these up on your guys's on our Facebook page, okay? But they're almost the same. This one you guys have probably seen. It has lots of information in there. It's like 3 pages. This one is pretty blank, okay? So the idea is that you practice. You read through this over and over again to the point where you know it pretty well, okay? So that when you get to your coffee appointment, you can take this little outline here, and you guys, whatever you remember is going to come from your heart, okay? If you don't remember everything, that's okay, okay? I would say the key things to remember are the income averages, though. Don't forget those. But you want this to be genuine. You don't want to just be reading from a coffee appointment outline or an opportunity outline, okay? So you guys practice. This could be, you can read through this in 20 minutes. Maybe you do it a few times a week before you go to bed, or maybe you do it a couple times a week when, you're hiding out in the bathroom from your kids. But you can practice this, okay, so that you feel comfortable with it. Now, here's the deal. If you have a coffee appointment and you still don't feel comfortable with it, take it with you. Take the whole thing with you and just, just become more comfortable with it. But ideally, you want to get to the point where you're just taking this blank outline and really speaking from your heart, okay? That's the idea. So you need to be prepared. So this is one part of your preparation, okay? Okay, and then, do you guys hear that? Somebody scored, I don't know. Okay, so as you go through that opportunity outline, you want to close strong, okay? So you're going to ask them, and it's in the opportunity outline, you're going to ask them where they see themselves with Arbonne, okay? Are they a product user? So if yes, you're going to have your special value pack, excuse me, close sheet, and you're going to want to ask them to host. Hey, you know what? I would love to, love for you to experience these products. I have this facial I do. I love doing this facial. It's valued at $150, and it's so fun when you get a few friends together, and I can come and I can just spoil you with this facial. Something like that. Make it fun. The second option is they can become a product user. The business is intriguing, but they need more information, okay? So at this point, if they say this is what they're interested in, you can make it the 1, 2, 3 thing. Then you can, again, show them the value pack, and you can ask them to host and make it fun again. Guys, I'm a total fan of the facial. I think you guys all know that. I love that people can come and spend an hour with me and walk away with just amazing skin and basically a treatment that they're going to wake up the next day and be like, oh, my skin feels so soft. Okay, so I love that I can give that to people. So are they a product user? Are they a product user, but the business is intriguing? They would like more information. So both of those, you're scheduling, or you're showing them the special value pack sheet, and you're asking them to host, okay? And the other thing I was going to say with this too, with the, if they're interested in the business but they need more information, I think such a great line is to say, well, you know what? I think it would be really great for you to see what I do. So why don't you get a couple friends together, and then let me come over and give you the most amazing Arbonne facial. You guys will love it. And so basically you're asking her to host so that she can watch what you do, okay? And then obviously the third option with that they would be ready to start their business, okay? So you guys, what is the worst thing that can happen when you ask somebody to take a look at this business? You all know it. The worst thing that can happen is that they say no, okay? And again, it just means not right now, okay? And so then we can ask them to host, and then of course we can always ask them to try product, okay? So you guys, it is so, so important that you claim this as one of the things that you do as part of your income producing activities, because this appointment basically can lead to other places in your business if they don't want to join your business right then and there. Okay, so I'm going to unmute. Okay, you guys, you're unmuted. If you want to remute, you can. Does anybody have any questions or any concerns or fears?
But I checked the products, and that's all it was. It was just those three things. Okay.
You guys all good? You guys all ready to go out and do coffee appointments?
I guess so.
Okay, so here's the deal. I had a coaching session with Deanna on this, and I thought, okay, I got this, right? And she told me I had to have 5 coffee appointments in 1 week. And I thought, okay, I can do this. You guys, I was freaked out. I was so scared. Literally, it's so silly, right? I've been in this business for so long. How am I so scared to do this? But it's been a while since I have been able to really get into my business with everything that's been happening with Justin and all of that. And so I had to I really had to get out of my comfort zone. And I told Deanna, that terrified me. So you know what happened? Instead of having 5 coffee appointments, I had 7. I had 7. And as I was doing those appointments, each one, what I realized was how much hope I was giving people. And even if they weren't ready to jump into my business right then, they had a plan. They had a hope. They had something to fall back on. So I want to encourage you guys. It's Sunday night, and I want to encourage you guys as part of your income producing activity appointments this week. Why don't you try to get 3 coffee appointments on your calendar for this week? That simply means asking, texting them the information, and then following up with them and doing the outline. It's a 20-minute appointment, okay? Guys, you owe this to not just yourself, but your future team. That's who you got to think about, is your future team and increasing your vision, okay? So I can't believe I got through this. I'm sweating like a fool. I don't know if you guys can tell. But I think I broke a fever or something. But I just want to encourage you guys, really focus on your income producing activities and having a minimum of 10 in that 30-day period, and making sure that a significant number of those are coffee appointments. Okay, so if anybody doesn't have any questions, I think we're going to go ahead and sign off.
Thank you. I hope you feel better.
Thanks, you guys.
Feel better.
I love you.
Bye.
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 Bye.